Hey there, how's it going? Are you good? Brilliant! So today I have some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the good news. My dad subscribed to my channel. He's recently found it, so that's good news. And the bad news is that I'm going to continue making these videos the way I've been making them. So now he knows how much of a mental case his son is. That being said, I now have this camera working again. I mean, it was working, but I now have the screen on top of the camera so I can see what's going on. So that's some more good news. The other bad news is I am out of Coke. So we need some more Coke, Diet Coke. Let's go fill it up and say hello to my children. And we are back upstairs once again. And here we have the Coca-Cola, and outside we have nothing but grey skies. So yeah, I don't know who else goes through this, but I have a few people that watch my videos, 5 or so, that I actually know watch my videos because they've told me. I also have some people that watch my videos that don't say that they watch my videos, or they try not to let on that they watch my videos. Those people, by the way, I know personally too. So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, then be wary of this. You'll have people that you know that will eventually watch your videos or stumble across your channel and then start watching your videos. Or 2, you'll have people that you know that watch your videos but don't say that they watch your videos. They'll watch your videos every time you post them. Okay, so what I'll be doing whoa, this screen that I've got makes everything look as though it's a little further away than it is. So yeah, what I'll be doing is I'll be taking speakers, the ones in the thumbnail, but this time I'll be giving them about 1000 watts RMS, even though they're rated for 250, which I don't even think that they're rated for that, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need is the amplifier, or it could be the speakers. We have to enter the teleportation device, which is this. We'll head into there right now and see where we turn up, shall we? Okay. Oh. And we've ended up here behind the speaker, so I guess I'm going to be taking this. Alright, so now we've got the speaker, let's see where else we end up. And back to the teleportation device, which is this. And finally we're at the amp. Oh great, it's the other speaker. I guess I'll be taking this into the room too. Okay, brilliant, now we've got these two here, let's see where else we end up. So back to the teleportation device. And here I need to take a Okay, so let's try this again. So into the teleportation device. And here we are then. This is the amp I will be using. The model number on this amp is right there. So now you don't have to ask me for it. Also, I'll let you in on a bit of a secret. This amp is no longer available. And here we have the amplifier on top of the pair of speakers. Now what I'll do is I'll quickly drink this. This is a cup of tea inside a coffee mug. Well, I guess you could probably put anything inside this, but the reason for me wanting to have that is this. This is a Drifter bar. I mean, it's only 97 calories, but I've had 3 of these already. Okay, so now that we've got a bit of light in here, what I'm going to be doing is, you see these wires sticking out of the ports? Well, they are connected directly to these woofers down here. So I'm going to be taking out the woofers, and we'll leave these wires connected to them. And then what I'll do is I'll connect the wires to this amplifier. Okay, so here we are then, we've got a nice little close-up going on. So what I'll do is basically unscrew these, because otherwise we're not going to get anything done. Take this off. Right, so here we have the speaker ready to be abused. So what I'm going to be doing is continuing to take this out. Okay, so this should just come straight out along with the wire that's attached to it. And it has. Excellent. So I'll put this to one side again. And here we have Deja Vu. Take that off. No. Wow.
That's so beautiful.
That right there is no good, is it? I've made a little cat flap. You see, what I should have been doing is supporting the weight of this thing rather than just letting it lean on a screw. And that is the first time I've ever done something like that with one of these. The previous time I did something similar to this was with a normal screwdriver, and you can see that right there. Okay, so out this comes anyway. This does not annoy me because, well, I'm just not bothered. In fact, it was fun doing this, so I will do more in the future. What I could do is maybe use a bit of hot glue to cover that up and it should be just fine, to be honest. Yes. Anyway, out this comes. The only reason I didn't use this is because normally I get comments saying, "Ooh, what are you doing with a manual screwdriver? Why don't you use an electric screwdriver? Do you not have one? What is wrong with you?" So yeah, although I can't blame it entirely on the comments, some of the blame, most of the blame, 95% of the blame is going on the comments. To be honest, I'm just glad that they're CA speakers. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is disconnect the back of this speaker right here, because on the back of this we have something we need for the amplifier. This thing right here. Take that out like this, and there we have it. Somebody's ringing my phone. Okay, so here we are then. These speakers are now connected to the amplifier, so we'll see how much flex we can get going on. Also, what I'll do is, seeing as though I've got that infrared thermometer, we'll see what temperature these reach before they start smelling, or when they start smelling. The Logitech Z5500 started to smell at around 40 degrees. 40 degrees Celsius, so yeah, we'll see what these do. Okay, so I'm just going to connect my phone to this, and that'll go there. And then I'll be using this to record the temperature of the speakers. So 26.8 is the room temperature, and then we've got 27.3, which is the temperature of this. And right now the speaker is 26.7, so more or less room temperature. Okay, so the first song I'm going to play is named Gone by Paris and Trippie Redd. And right now I have a low pass filter on, set at around 55 Hz. So I'll just press play on that. It looks like I'm going to have to keep hold of him. And that, by the way, was barely a quarter volume. Okay, so now I've set the low pass at 160 Hz. What I'll do is I'll turn it up back to a quarter volume again. And keep hold of them. Well, the temperature on them hasn't really gone up that much. Alright, so because these speakers make quite a bit of noise when they're just rested on the table, what I'm going to do is put this under here. And this one can stay in my hand. That way I'm able to turn up the volume without making too much of a noise. And now what I'll do is I'll look for another track to play the track, and also measure the temperature of this one, whilst holding this one. And I'm holding this one because it's got to stay connected to the amplifier for the 4 ohm load. Also, I have nothing else I can rest this on. Wait a minute, I've actually just seen something. Right then, beanie hat to the rescue. That can stay there. Now I have both hands free. So yeah, now what I'll do is I'll look for another track to play and we'll measure the temperature on them. Or maybe just one of them. Okay, so this track is by a duo I don't really want to mention. So if you guess it, then good for you. If you don't, then never mind. Okay, so right now I've got the speakers on their limits, and we'll take a temperature reading. Okay, well it says about 30 degrees, 29.7. What I'll do now is I'll take a reading whilst the music is playing. I saw it hit about 31, and right here in the middle of the dust cap, it's 32.3. So just that temperature there has beaten the Logitech sub, and the Logitech started smelling at around 39. So I think we'll keep going with this. So right there they reached about 44 degrees and there's no smell coming from them, whereas Logitech started smelling pretty quick. So I'm kind of surprised at that, but so far so good. Alright, so this time we'll take some readings whilst playing some bass notes. Now we'll start off at 2 Hz. That right there is 2 Hz. Shall we see what 1's like? And that is 1. Alright, so 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so that's 15 Hz. And we're at 50 degrees. Still no coil smell. Turn up the volume a bit. Now we're getting hotter. Okay, so it took until 71 degrees until I started smelling the coil. So yeah, they didn't do too bad, to be honest. And the magnets are pretty hot. I'll probably go across this with a bit of hot glue just to fix that. I don't really use these speakers, so I might not do that right now. The Logitech would probably have fried by about now. Okay, so seeing as though the lighting is good and I've plugged this in, I might as well just do this quickly. I'll put a blob of glue on this and that should sort it out. Not really too bothered about making it a good job. Nice and in focus, and out comes the blob. It's a bit too much, but should be good. Yeah, I think I'll leave that now. That should be good enough. Alright, this right here is the glue that I've just applied. It's flexible, and what I'll do is I'll play a bass note through the speaker right now to see how it reacts with the glue. And it seems to be fine. So yeah, that seems to be working fine, and what I'll do now is end the video, so I'll see you next time.